What's good, guys? Welcome back to another amazing Keithan Gandhi video. Real quick, I want to play a game with you guys at home for a second. I want you guys to look at this picture and tell me what you think is going on. That's right, it's really not that complicated at all. It's just a bunch of people in line trying to get their Chick-fil-A. But what I find really funny about this picture, despite the fact there's so many people in that line, hardly nobody is even addressing each other. Lots of humans, but very little human contact. I think this picture is a very good representation of a problem America has right now. A problem not a lot of people are talking about, but it's a problem that has serious effects on the American psyche. I'm talking about a loneliness problem. So it was about 1 year ago when this guy named Vivek Murthy published a novel where he claimed loneliness is an epidemic in America. The wording there is super key too. He's not just saying it's a problem within America, he's calling it a disease that's plaguing this country from coast to coast. This Vivek guy isn't just some random Joe Schmo either. He is the official Attorney Surgeon General of the entire United States. That means it's his job to find the most pressing medical issues affecting all of America. And apparently, it's loneliness. And although Vivek is a very trusted scientist, I wanted to go through myself and see if the experiences of Americans kind of back up what he said. And I couldn't think of a more lonelier place than reddit.com. So right now I'm on r/offmychest. I mean, you don't have to look along to see that things aren't fantastic. One of the most interesting posts I found personally is this therapist who's talking about the fact that although loneliness is on a big rise for, young adults, it's not limited to that, and they see it in a lot of adults they work with too. And this person's talking about the fact that the only friends they can make were people at bars that they would meet, and now all their friends are fucking alcoholics and drug addicts. So I don't even know if it's related to this video. So this therapist right here is saying that teens and young adults are spending drastically less time around their friends than they did only 10 years ago, which when you look at the data is incredibly true. Roughly 60% of Americans say they experience reoccurring loneliness within their lives. On top of that, kids today hang out with each other 70% less than they did only 20 years ago. 12th graders today go out less often than 7th graders did in 2015. 7th graders don't even have cars. But loneliness is more than just a problem that, makes you feel sad. It is a real illness that has significant effects on the human body. To explain that, I'm gonna need to get a little scientific with you guys for a second. Hello. Thank you for being here today. Welcome to my science show. Yes, I know you guys are excited to be here with me today. Let's get straight into the science. All right, so this right here is a picture of me, kind of the peak male physique. This right here is a picture of my big, juicy, sexy brain. And this is a picture of a region of the brain called the hippocampus. Although the hippocampus is small, it is mighty, controlling emotion, memory, and motivation within the brain. Scientists have found out that when someone suffers from chronic loneliness, this region of the brain, shrinks. When I found out that the hippocampus actually shrinks when someone suffers from chronic loneliness, my mind was blown away. No pun intended. Like, obviously, if you're lonely a lot, you're gonna feel bad, mad, and sad. But turns out loneliness also has a real physical effect on the makeup of your brain as well, which I thought was neat and also kind of terrifying. Anyway, if you're still playing along at home, I want you to try to guess maybe what's another disease that might have a similar effect on the hippocampus. That's right, if you guessed Alzheimer's, you are correct. Alzheimer's also causes the hippocampus to shrink. Like, a kid sitting at home in an empty Roblox lobby is going through the same mental effects as Joe Biden. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. As you can imagine, a part of the brain deteriorating has a huge effect on other parts of the body as well. So let's talk about a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is often referred to as the stress hormone within the body. It's basically that butterflies in your stomach feeling that you get when you talk to, any woman in public. But it's actually a real chemical that, when found in, high amounts within your body, greatly increases your risk for all of these diseases. And when the hippocampus keeps shrinking and shrinking, while more cortisol keeps flooding into your body. which also has effects on your dopamine levels. In case you're feeling a little sad or you need some dopamine shots, here's a clip of Subway Surfers I'll try to keep in for the rest of this segment. Turns out when cortisol starts to flood your entire system, it's really hard for the body to fight that with the appropriate amount of dopamine. If the dopamine can't keep up, the cortisol levels keep going higher and higher and higher. The effects just get worse and worse. Anyways, just to summarize everything I've been saying, let's just say you suffer from chronic loneliness. Probably a region of your brain is going to shrink. As it shrinks, a stress hormone is going to flood your body, and unfortunately your body isn't going to be able to fight back with the appropriate amount of dopamine. Because of this, there are significant health effects. That's really what this video is about. You know, a lot of people say that the issue of loneliness is just a mental one. It's a self-inflicted one. It's not just mental, it's physical too. And because of this cyclical loop, it's really hard to get out of. As redundant as this is going to sound, scientists have found the best way to counter loneliness is just to leave your house, bro. Humans are biologically hardwired to be outside creatures, but with the invention of phones and advancement of technology, we spend more and more time inside. Fighting loneliness doesn't even have to be spending time with other people. Just spending time in the outside world itself goes a long way. And one of the biggest things that scientists have found to truly counter loneliness is volunteer work. And you know, pretty much any single charity organization is always looking for people to help. So it's really simple to get involved with that type of stuff too. Loneliness is an epidemic in America, but I just wanted to say I think it's a problem we can solve. All we have to do first is admit that it's a problem in the first place. And that's nice for a change.